My name is Jacob Junior Munghesi, and today is a cultural gala day here at Kampala International University. And besides me here is the guest of honor. Actually, I was the guest of honor of this particular gala. And also on my right, this side, is his beloved wife. Yeah, as beautiful as she is. I won't comment much about that because Captain, I know when you look at his face, you can tell what he can do next if I go beyond that. But Captain, maybe just to first introduce yourself to our viewers, especially the students and the community of Kampala International University.
Thank you. My name is Captain Retired Damson Christmas Kivumba. I am a soldier by profession, a teacher by activism, and a politician by calling.
Wow. And on my right, I want Mama to also introduce herself to us and, you know, say that the KIU community can get to know her well.
I'm Doreen Rutajengwa, a wife to Captain Damson Kivumba. I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm happy to be here today.
Wow, thanks so much, Mama. Now, Papa, Captain, if I'm used to calling my elders Papa if they're men and then Mama if they're women. There is something I want you to tell us as a guest of honor today in your capacity as a captain, as Kampala International University, or as students would have expected somebody like the Minister of Culture from the government, but it is instead the vice versa. We've seen a captain, we've seen a soldier man as the guest of honor. Why was it like that, and why do you think you are the rightful person to be invited for this particular event?
My invitation to come to KIU today is quite a humbling one, and it's an indication that actually the youth are no longer the leaders of tomorrow, but they are the leaders of today. It is the simple most reason as to why I was invited to come and become the guest of honor as a mobilizer of Patriotic League of Uganda, which is chaired by General Munghesi, who is the Special Presidential Advisor for Special Operations. Thank you.
Okay, you have said you came just in your capacity as a representative of General MK, if I can say. So as a captain who has been in the field for some good time, because I understand you're now retired, how did you do, or what were you doing during that time when you were still in active, active service, when you were in service as a soldier, to ensure that culture is not only embraced by the civilians, but also by the soldiers?
Ladies and gentlemen, today has been an exciting day for me, actually. And simply because it is reminding us, it's causing a reflection in our minds that we need to embrace our cultures back and traditions. As a student, I grew up respecting our culture, and even when I joined the army, in the army, cultures are respected across board, and we also embrace everybody's culture, we respect it, and as a consequence, it is the reason most that I have actually decided today on your invitation to come. And what is most exciting, you see, the NRM has 4 pillars: patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. Today I have witnessed Pan-Africanism in practice, whereby we had students from Southern Sudan, students from Somalia, students from Kenya, Rwanda. It shows that actually Uganda is satisfying one of the greatest, most pillars, which is Pan-Africanism. And as such, in the army, if I had not been groomed properly in the army to respect culture, I wouldn't be here. It's the reason I was talking about respect of culture, where we need to keep talking our languages, eating our own food, putting on the dress code of our cultures so that it does not die. It was brought about by our forefathers. We must respect it, we must embrace it so that our cultures keep around. We don't get infected by the Western cultures that are beginning to trickle in to cause us actually get off track. Thank you.
Okay, before I get back to you, Papa, I want to ask Mama this side. What impressions did you pick from today's cultural gala, and how do you think those impressions that you picked from today's gala could maybe help the KIU community?
I was happy to witness students having to practice their own culture. Most of the time when children go to university, they forget everything about where they come from. So it's humbling to see that children come here and are proud of where they come from and dance. They were beautiful and handsome young people, and I hope they'll keep it up in future to keep embracing their culture.
So apart from having such cultural galas, which sometimes happen once in a while, which is true actually for KIU, how else do you think the students of this university and maybe other universities outside can embrace their cultures, apart from just having such a single day in a year?
Every day you can practice your culture every day through morals, because morally all Africans, all Ugandans are raised in a certain way. So if we practice kindness, you help other people, and don't engage in the modern way of living more than your own culture.
Wow. So if I can get back to Papa this side, I want you to tell us, share with us just something small about your past experience, considering that the cultures are changing, and I heard you talk about cultural erosion, and you were saying that one of the drivers of this cultural erosion is the aid that we receive from outside. We are given free computers, given free aid, many things we are given. But then I want you to share from your past experience as because you're now a grown-up, how do you think that we can avoid, or we can embrace our own cultures, do everything in our own like in our own abilities and capabilities, without having this aid given to us changing our morals?
Thank you, my brother. I would have to say this, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most reasons as to why this Western culture is populating through and eroding our cultures is because of the money that is coming in. It's poverty. The government of Uganda, under the wise leadership of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has put up yardsticks to fix this poverty. But I have still the biggest message of hope, that those who are beginning to think, yes, where he has been promising this and that and it's not being done. General Munghesi Kainerugaba, who is the chairman of PLU, has joined the forces. And when I talk about the forces, it is a crusade that is meant to fight and bring everyone on board to ensure that we maintain our morals, we keep going to our churches, we keep going to our mosques. I request you and I urge you as my brothers and sisters, please, let's stick to our religions. Let's stick to those who are Christians. Please go to Anglican churches and Catholic churches. Those who are Muslims, let's go back to our mosques. Let's listen to our parents. Let's not, actually, free things are always expensive. I want to tell you, the little money that you get is enough for you. The moment we begin running after money, that you want to get rich so quick, you are killing your future. The future is in our hands as the youthful generation, and we have a promise of hope under the wise leadership of General Munghesi Kainerugaba, who is our chairman, PLU. I can assure you as the youth, don't see your future in this foreign aid that is coming. Don't see your future in this free money that is coming from Western countries. See your future in us ourselves, discussing with you, listening to you, sharing with you, finding the solutions to our own problems, not finding solutions from people who are outside, who do not know where you came from, where you are and where you're going. Let's fix the problems ourselves. And we have a good leadership of our president now, and we are saying when he feels he wants to leave power, we are asking that our next president should be none other than General Munghesi Kainerugaba, who is our hope, who we know is going to fix corruption, that the money that is going to be saved from corruption will be able to fix all these problems that you see around. Thank you so much.
All right. Lastly, you have talked of corruption, and one of the things that we sometimes try to put it on the Westerners for having whatever little us, but it's something that I feel it's our own thing. Like, it's our own thing. Nobody taught us, but it's within us as Africans, as Ugandans, and nobody has put it on us. talking to you and asking you this as a young journalist in the making and also a young Pan-African. We have a youth forum here at KIU called Africa 54 Youth Forum. And one of our values is promoting our own cultures and embracing it as Africans and as Ugandans. And we usually move on the philosophy of Ubuntu. I am because we are. It is something that we're trying to use to promote and convince our fellow young youths that please, when we do this and do that, perhaps the influence of the Westerners could be reduced somehow. And who knows, it could even reduce on some of the things that we have seen in our country here that are disturbing the country, that everybody is complaining about every day and every time. So as a soldier, I believe you're people who are so patriotic and you love your nations. I want you to tell us how or which step you've taken to ensure that such things like the Ubuntu spirit, the Pan-Africanism spirit is preached to everybody, because such associations as this that we have here, they really need to be boosted, but sometimes the government tends to put a distance between themselves and such associations. What do you think, and what do you think has to be done? And if so, what do you plan to do, and when are you beginning it? Because we see it slaying.
The key word is patriotism.
Yeah.
In the army, we preach it every morning, every evening, every other time when we are attending or addressing our soldiers. It is key while we are training them. It's key when they start working. It's key when they are going for missions, both in Uganda and outside Uganda. What does patriotism presuppose? Love yourself, devote to your country, sacrifice for your country, and love your country. When you do that, you become loyal to your country, you fight for your country, and you fight for the peace and preservation and security of our country, of our property, and everybody around us. And as such, like you said, I'm happy that you actually have an arrangement of promoting Ubuntu. You are because
we are.
We are. And as such, we have patriotic clubs that is the initiative of the President's office. They go around schools preaching the gospel of patriotism. In the army, we have a whole department, a whole chieftains of patriotism. We are beginning this crusade as the young generation, under the wise leadership of General Rugaba, going around the country, talking to the youth, talking to students, so that we are able to pass on this message of love. If you love yourself, you are not going to allow somebody to use your body for his ill-gotten interests. It doesn't matter how much. There is no price that I can put on my sister. There is no price I can put on you for you to just give in your body to be used as a machine. That is self-hatred. If we preach the gospel of self-love and it sinks in, let me tell you, these guys are going to come here selling their culture, but it will have no market. If you want to stop this vice that is coming, let's kill the market for it. Let's insulate our children. Let's insulate our sisters and brothers that this culture that is coming is archaic. It's meant to erode our culture, our tradition, our values, our morals. Once we do that, they will come with their money. That money will have nothing to do. It will have no effect on us because we will be reflecting on our culture, on our country, loving ourselves, and knowing the only way to procreate is me getting married to a lady and a lady getting married to a man. Anybody who is going to stop that, we must fight him with all the forces, with all the weapons that we have available at our exposure.
Wow, thank you for those wise words. I want Mama to say her last words to the KIU community and other people outside our audience.
I want to wish well all the final students. I hope you complete your exams well, and good luck to all those that are still in the younger years. Just know working hard will give you good results.
Wow.
My final remarks too goes to the Vice Chancellor of Kampala International University. My thanks go to the Mamadini. My thanks goes to the administration of Kampala International University and Guild and his cabinet for organizing such a fantastic day where we are celebrating our cultures, our traditions, reflecting on who we are, reflecting on where we are, defining on where we want to be. Once we stick to that, let me assure you, I heard that KIU is number 2 in terms of grading, but when we stick to that, very soon we shall be number 1 as KIU. It's my prayer that you push hard. When you have a question, look for us. We are available. We'll come and talk to you. Let's build the future that we want. Let nobody decide for what we want. Let us join hands to decide what we want. And I can assure you, we will get it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Captain, and we hope anytime with the students, I need of you, especially the students of such forums I've talked about, I know you'll avail yourself.
Yes.
Because I understand how patriotic such people are, understanding my dad was also one of them. Otherwise, I remain...
Vice Chancellor Oye! Vice Chancellor Oye! Mama Dini Oye! President Museveni Oye! General MK Oye!
Wow. That's the vibe here at Kampala International University, especially when it comes to the gala. I remain Jacob Junior Munghesi. We sign out. Meet next time.
Thank you, my brother.